Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 10 of the Radekalls podcast. Today we're going to be discussing our favorite Disney movies.
Thanks for stopping by. I'm Phillip Kall, host of the Radekalls podcast. I'm joined by my good friends Noah Rademacher.
Hello.
And Jake Burns.
What's up?
We got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about all the great Disney and Pixar movies there are. Before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, leave a comment, and you can follow us on Twitter at Radekalls. Finally, you can learn more about us and the show at the Patreon link in the description. So like I said before, we're talking about Disney and Pixar and all the ways those great movies have impacted our lives. There's so many good ones and so much to talk about, so we'll probably do a second episode that will spin off and cover everything we didn't hit. We're going to start with Noah. So what are the big movies from Disney that really you watched the most growing up?
So I remember pre-kindergarten, probably all the movies I watched were Disney. You know, it ranged from Bambi to Robin Hood to... Ooh, is that all I remember? I don't know. There's like Cinderella.
The Aristocats?
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah.
Aristocats had some bomb music.
Yeah, you know, just great music. So, I mean, kind of all of them, I guess. You know, Disney was just kid-friendly, so if you're not in school, you know, pre-K, you're just watching Disney films, and it was great.
With the release of Disney Plus, and now that we're on quarantine, I am still just watching Disney movies. Jake, what did you watch?
I don't know. I watched Hercules a lot, which probably gave me my fascination with Greek mythology and bodybuilding.
Muscles.
Yeah, muscles.
Ooh la la.
So, two things out of that. Yeah, I have like this weird obsession with Greek mythology, which...
And you found out that Hercules is not historically or textually accurate based on those, correct?
Yes, but it causes you to search for Hercules, which you get to hear about Hercules and his tasks.
Hercules and his what?
His tasks.
Oh,
It's a story.
Oh. Please read on that, because I don't know. I'll probably check it
I
out.
have zero clue. The only
It's
thing I know
actually
about
pretty
Hercules
interesting.
is through Disney.
I think it's like he has like 10 tasks he has to complete. One of them was plowing the king's stable, where he had to like flush a bunch of bowls, caca out of this. But like he did it in a day. The idea was the king gave him an impossible task, and we'll just roll from there. He did it.
Oh. And he's like, flick, goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the
Neato.
ones I watched the most were The Jungle Book. Loved the bare necessities. I was always marching around singing that as a little kid. That was the
Butt
best,
naked.
man.
No, he had a
And
cape on.
Then we had Toy Story and Aladdin. Those were the other two big ones. Obviously loved the genie, man. Probably my favorite Disney character still to date. Robin Williams version. Sorry, Will Smith.
I don't know. I'm partial to Mushu the dragon as favorite
Mushu's
character.
fantastic. I'm so mad they're leaving him out on the live action version of Mulan.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do well.
Oh,
I think
I'm sad
the
now.
report was that Disney didn't like the reflection of the dragon being, or like the Chinese culture didn't respect the idea that the dragon's supposed to be this big, powerful creature, and Mushu is this little sidekick one-liner busting jokes all the time. So
He's got
just
powerful
didn't-
comedy. It's Eddie Murphy. That's like
Dude, I'm just saying, the Huns would have overrun China if it wasn't for Mushu. Give him some credit, man.
yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so now, what movies had your favorite music going along with it? One underrated one in my mind is Tarzan. Phil Collins did the soundtrack there, and I just remember we had it, and one of the songs, where they're trashing the camp, it doesn't have any words to it, but like on the CD, it just sounded awesome, and it had a lot of fun
That
noises.
is a great soundtrack.
I was a big fan of, first of all, the Aristocats, where they're meeting up with all the alley cats, and they have that big kind of jazzy, like...
Everybody.
Yeah, doo-wop.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
That was really good, and then
Even
like...
the horse.
when I was in when I was in high school, playing high school soccer, we came out to Mulan's, Donny Osmond's "I'll Make a Man Out of You."
Oh, okay.
From
Of course.
And that song still is great.
Oh, I love it.
So
I always tell people, like, we're going into a meeting or something at work. I said, let's get down to business. Got to stop those Huns, man.
It's a classic. What's insane is like how good like a lot of the recent films are too with their soundtracks. Like it's still they usually try to have one major hit or one or two.
That's what makes the money.
Yeah.
Noah, I think you just gotta let these new movies go.
See, okay, I will. And
Sorry, it was a terrible pun.
that was a good pun, actually.
Hinting
flew
at
under the radar
Frozen
there, bud.
for anyone that didn't recognize it, and the song "Let It Go." I think it actually won like best song in a movie or something. So, Frozen though, fantastic movie. Tangled, I thought had good music, but it just wasn't catchy music.
Tangled.
So you guys are all looking crazy, like what's Tangled? And you would have remembered it if they had better music.
Or if we had watched it more than once.
You had watched it at college because I'm sure we all watched it because that's one of the 3 movies we had on DVD before we started borrowing Netflix from people.
We watched.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, Frozen.
that was the one
Frozen,
time.
Frozen got me a lot of luck in college. I'll just say that. A lot.
Dude, Frozen. Oh, what was it? Wasn't
Jake,
it like
did
on
you
loop
just invite girls over and watch Frozen? Is that what happened there?
Well, I mean, you were there for the when we watched Pirates, so
Oh my gosh, that was a great time. Anyways,
that was Disney.
Frozen, wasn't it just on loop at the Theta New House like for like 3 weeks in a
No,
row?
we went to the movie theater 7 times.
Oh, that's so much better.
A lot.
$35
A
or
lot.
free?
Hey, $35. That's like 3 movie tickets for me now. So,
You got that popcorn with it if you went on that student night.
and we did. All right. So I'm also thinking Tarzan. Just the music, like the overall quality of the soundtrack from Tarzan was just really good. Like every single song.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now the movie wasn't that great.
What?
But it was good, but like in terms of the Disney hierarchy, like it's not placing near the top in my opinion.
So, as a Disney property, though, I played the living snot out of the Tarzan Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color game.
That was great. It was so hard to beat though because you had to fall from the top to the bottom.
Oh,
and
but it was
I
a
never knew
heck of
that.
a platformer, though. Like
I agree.
They put some time in that. And that was a fun game.
If only Tarzan the movie was more successful, all of these things would have carried on with us much better.
So Phil,
Well,
let's let's move on from music. Let's go to classic animation versus live action remakes. Why is this a discussion?
yeah.
So they've been
live action needs to
making
have
out
its
the-
own section. You got so
Well-
many good live action movies. You
Well,
can put the remakes in there.
This is the live action remakes of old Disney movies. So we're talking, they've just remade Aladdin, they remade Lady and the Tramp, they remade Beauty and the Beast, and
Jungle Book.
the Jungle Book too. So my main critique of these is the Jungle Book. I think they did really well, and I think the new version is better. But
I mean, who
they're
doesn't like
taking-
Christopher Walken as the orangutan?
Oh my gosh, Christopher Walken singing "I Want to Be Like You." That is not a great song, but it's a song everyone should listen to because it's hilarious.
It is amazing.
But what I wanted to bring up was the fact that they're taking these old animated movies with, like, in The Lion King, they brought lots of facial expressions and colors to all of these creatures. And then in the real movie, they recreated the creatures the exact same they would be in real life. And I was just really disappointed because it's like, it's supposed to, like, these Disney movies were fun and explosive, animated. And it's like, okay, you limited that by saying we want to make it as realistic as possible. And it just really hurts them, in my opinion.
Yeah, like any more realistic live action animal, like they're not gonna show emotion. They're just not. Animals are,
Yeah. Now, not to say these are still good movies, but like when I go and watch them, I'm just like, I remember when they sing "I Can't Wait to Be King" in The Lion King. All the animals going crazy and a bunch of different colors, and then in the real movie, it was like just like a fast-paced scene with a bunch of similarly colored animals running around. Really, let me down a little.
Yeah, I haven't seen the live action remake of Lion King. I know
I haven't either.
I have access to it. It's just like I see it a lot, like it's always there, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch something else.
I got kind of turned off from Lion King when they went off the rails with all those sequels, and they did what 2, 3, and then 1.5.
Yeah, because you wondered what happened to Timon and Pumbaa in 2, because they're the best characters.
I actually saw 1.5 in theaters as a kid. I don't know why, but
I did too, and I saw The Jungle Book too, and I can't tell you anything. Oh, The Jungle Book! Forgot to mention this. Best scene in the whole movie is at the very end when he's looking at the town and he's like, I don't want to go live with them. And then he sees a girl walk by, and Baloo is just like, man, don't get involved with those. Things going to be crazy. And what's his name? Mowgli is just like, you know what? I'm going to go live there and go talk to that
Just gotta
girl.
go check this out for a second.
Yeah.
I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I just got to go spit some game real quick.
Blue, take notes. You know what I'm saying?
nah, Baloo was a player.
Oh, dude, Baloo was the man. I love that they got Bill Murray for him, because I feel like that matches well, but it kind of ruined the bare necessities because he can't sing.
Well,
Hurts. All right. So
next up, we got favorite Disney animals and sidekicks. Now, this is a hard one for me because there's so many great ones. I think my favorite, though, is the baboon from The Lion King. His name escapes me. Rafiki.
I was going to think Zazu from Lion King.
All right, Jake, there's Timon, Pumbaa, and Rafiki, and you pick Zazu?
No.
Yeah,
No,
because
hang
he's
tight.
annoying.
Like, what
It's favorites.
Who are we classifying? Okay, I guess this classifies under like animals, but like sidekicks. Like if we like Disney animals and sidekicks, there's like a vast difference there. You know, sidekicks are like Mushu. Animals could be anyone in The Lion King.
No. So it's like so they give, like, even in the ones where they try to portray real life, like I would consider Olaf and Sven the animal sidekick.
How about Phil from Hercules?
But the thing is, Sven and Olaf were sidekicks.
Sven didn't speak. Olaf was more of a sidekick.
Yeah,
Sven
so
was a huge sidekick. He is.
He was a sidekick, but like in my opinion,
they
they have
favorite of the non-main characters here.
Okay, but
that's
they
the
have
point.
to have like a vocal interaction.
My point is Rafiki is an animal, and he's in the movie. He's not a sidekick at all.
So the animal remark was mainly to be like, okay, they always put these creatures in every movie where, I don't know, it's a reindeer in some, it's the Pegasus in Hercules, and that was the idea.
So when we're thinking of Lion King, we should think of Pumbaa, Timon,
Rafiki, not the main characters. Anybody but the main
Rafiki,
characters.
How is he in this? How is he in this discussion?
He's hilarious, and he's like my favorite because he helps.
Okay, but he doesn't classify as a sidekick at all.
This is what I'm thinking a sidekick
He's the reason Simba goes home. He's the reason Simba finds his
But that's just a major character that pops up.
Yeah.
That's an influencer. That's not a...
Yeah, influencer, major character, not
all right.
animal sidekick.
Throw that one out. Fine, throw that one out, even though he's fantastic. One of my favorite characters, whatever.
I love Rafiki too, but I'm
so
saying
let's look at this.
We're going Olaf then.
Let's look at this.
Mine is Olaf. There you go. Olaf's awesome.
Okay, Little Mermaid, Sebastian the Crab.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a fantastic one.
Mm-hmm.
Because of his Jamaican accent, and he plays the kettle drums.
Yep. Noah, how about you?
Well, dang, you got me all worked up, and now I can't think.
All right.
I gotta go with Sven. You know,
Sven.
He's like a dog and a reindeer. Like he is the ultimate pet sidekick.
All right, Sven is awesome. I think, honestly, the side character, I guess the Olaf and Sven in Frozen are really what made the movie for me.
Yeah,
not to dish Anna and Elsa,
they're
great,
yeah,
but like Sven and Olaf,
film, you know.
I love it when he's just like Olaf's sitting there and Anna's walking up to the castle and he's like, "Why isn't she knocking? Do you think she knows how to knock?"
Or when he says, "Okay, I'll give you 1 minute, and then I'll come in," and then he comes in exactly 60 seconds later.
Oh man! All right, so with that, let's move on over to our Disney bracket discussion. So previously, we'd been putting these up on the screen so you guys could see it and try to follow along that way. Well, we thought you wanted to see more of our beautiful faces, so we put a link to the brackets in the description if you want to click on it and follow along. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we'll just continue to describe it, and, hopefully you get the image in your head. So first up, we got a couple movies we've already been talking about, The Lion King and the Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Tarzan's great, and like Jake said, it has all these great accessory abilities, but the Lion King is the Lion King, and the lion's gonna rule the jungle here and eat Tarzan, so I'm going with the Lion King.
Okay, first of all, perfect example of sidekick was Turk.
Yes.
Yes, but moving on. Oh God, I am saying Lion King, but I did enjoy Tarzan. I'm not bashing Tarzan, but Lion King just set the standard.
So to Phil's point of lions beating Tarzan somehow, lions are gonna die.
That's what we're going off of.
Lions are gonna, in Tarzan, he destroys a lion in the jungle, so he could absolutely.
I don't think it was a lion.
It's a cheetah.
It was a leopard.
It's a leopard.
We're all wrong.
Or a cheetah.
Or a jaguar. I think it was a jaguar, actually.
Perhaps a Black Panther.
It was a puma.
Anyways, it was any four-legged creature that wasn't a lion.
It was a big cat in their habitat, and Tarzan's like, you know what, I got this. So
lucky.
We'll say in a prairie or on a big rock, a lion could beat Tarzan. In the jungle, Tarzan would beat the lion. We'll go with that, okay?
No, I'm gonna put you and a lion into a jungle, and we'll see who walks out.
I'm not
alive.
Tarzan. I'm less tan. I don't got dreads.
There's no tar.
I'm actually voting on Noah here because a lion's not adept in the jungle either.
All right, you know what, you guys?
Wait, what do I?
Missing the point. The Lion King is still a better movie.
It's gonna beat a lion.
Your intelligence.
All right. Anyways. All right. Let's just stop killing a dead horse. In this case, a dead Noah's body. We got a Goofy movie versus Lilo and Stitch. And now a Goofy movie is actually the owner of my favorite scene in a Disney movie. At the very end, when Goofy kicks his car, and then it pauses for a second, then it explodes, and he goes flying and falls in on his son and Roxanne kissing. I just think...
What's that Goofy noise he makes? Wahoo!
But we rewound that scene alone 10 times in college when we watched it. Taught you how to fish too. So I got the Goofy movie.
Lilo and Stitch was kind of, it felt like a experiment almost to me. They were trying to feel
Experiment
out.
626.
They're trying to feel out the audience because they're like, oh shoot, I feel like they're into more goofy stuff, more out there things. It was kind of an experiment. It was an okay movie, but a Goofy movie just it's just perfect.
It had Michael Jackson music in it, man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Great music.
It's also
great.
It's also shocking that we didn't even mention the Michael Jackson portion of the Disney soundtrack.
Even wearing a white glove.
Yep.
It's in there. But no, okay. My
Jake,
vote is a Goofy movie. I think Phil's is a Goofy movie. Jake, your vote doesn't matter.
But we'd love to hear it.
No.
Just for the record, I vote for Lilo and Stitch. It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
Did you say Lulu?
Lulu and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
Are you?
There you go. That's better. All right, so moving on.
I got a little bit of mush mouth.
Let's do Lion King versus Goofy movie right now. So this is a really hard one, actually. I think these both are phenomenal. And I think I'm going Lion King. It's really, there's two great scenes in it. One is when Timon and Pumbaa are talking to Simba when they first meet him. And Pumbaa goes, you got to put your behind in your past. And Timon goes, no. It's you got to put your past behind you. And for whatever reason, me and my brother Ryan, we could just send each other that gif and die laughing because we just love that scene so much.
So a lot of the Goofy movie for me, it's the music and the sounds, but it's mainly Goofy. It's mainly Goofy. But in Lion King, it's it's goofier. It's goofier than a Goofy movie.
Well, you got Timon and Pumbaa, and then you got Rafiki, and then you got Simba just stumbling along like we got to move this plot, but we'll keep all these great things happening.
And it's just more sexual, you know? Ugh.
Can you feel the love tonight? Jake, what are you going with?
Like,
Lion King.
I play that sometimes to get girls in the mood.
100% Lion King.
Oh, man. All right, so with that done, we'll move on. So now we have Tangled versus Big Hero 6. We're moving on to a much more contemporary portion of the bracket. Now, I recently watched Big Hero. Much more than Lion King, all right? But we recently watched Big Hero 6 to prepare for this. And that is a really underrated movie. I heard of it when it was coming out, but haven't heard much since. And no one talks about it. But man, they're not a great soundtrack. But really,
for Big Hero 6, you didn't like the soundtrack?
There's no notable songs. That's what, stands out about a soundtrack.
No.
Anyways.
None. Just none. No notable songs that you can think of.
After Noah's 3 seconds. All right, but I'm going to go Tangled. I think Tangled is underrated. It has Zachary Levi from Chuck as the voice in it, and I love the TV show, so he's getting some props here.
Very biased.
Yeah, that's essentially why I picked Tangled. So, Noah, you're up.
I'm going for Big Hero 6 because of the notable soundtrack. Jake, on to you.
I've only seen Tangled, so I'm gonna have to go with Tangled.
That's what I like to hear.
I haven't seen Big Hero 6, so I have no take on it.
Highly recommend. Steal my Disney Plus password, which we will not say so that everyone listening can hear it.
Katie has it too, I just don't use it.
There you go. So next up, we got Frozen and Moana. I think those are the two newest ones. These are the ones with the powerful new hit songs on them.
This is like the Clash, you know? This is basically...
This is...
soundtrack versus
Red
soundtrack?
versus Blue. Coke versus Pepsi. Noah versus Phil. In one-on-one basketball.
That's a clear winner, though.
Hey, Noah's gotten me before. So I'm going with
How?
Frozen. I don't know.
I was athletic back then.
Mm-hmm. So I got Frozen. I just think, like I said, Olaf's my favorite character, and favorite sidekick character, excluding Rafiki. And you just can't beat Let It Go.
You think about both of them, and so the bad guys in both of these movies are like not really bad guys. Frozen, they kind of throw you for a twist. Originally, Elsa was supposed to be the bad guy. Moana, you're like, oh, this lava monster is the bad guy. Oh, wait, it's the goodest guy of them all.
And it's 100% Dwayne The Rock Johnson's fault that it's a bad guy. But we don't point fingers.
Yeah. I think Frozen just had a better plot. Moana had a good song. A decent first half of the movie, maybe. I don't know. Interesting characters, just not as interesting as Frozen.
Jake, any horse in this race?
Frozen. I've seen Frozen multiple times, and Frozen's done me some good.
I don't have a horse. I have a reindeer.
So, speaking about horse versus reindeer, now we have Tangled versus Frozen. We have Maximus in Tangled versus Sven in Frozen.
Do we really have Frozen versus
This isn't even an
Tangled?
argument. Like, can we
All
just
right,
move
cool.
on?
Okay.
But, yep, I think we all agree. Frozen.
Yeah.
Let's just let this one go.
Oh, you guys get it when Noah tells the joke, but 5 minutes ago, I was dropping.
Yours
no
was very too complicated.
You're not as funny.
So,
ouch town, bro. So now we got Lion King versus Frozen. I think this is hard. I think I go Lion King. I think the music is better in The Lion King. And I think Rafiki's a better character than Olaf. So, blah.
Whoa.
That's some serious accusations.
Those are
I'm ready
some
for
words.
some hate.
Those are some words. Oh my.
That was a big sentence. I hope viewers don't hate me for it.
I don't know how to feel about that. I've never.
This one's making me think.
I've never.
So real quick, Rafiki. The reason he's my favorite character is after Simba talks to his dad. He's talking to Rafiki, and Simba goes, "I have to face my past." and Rafiki smacks him on the head with his stick. And then he turns to Rafiki and he goes, "Why'd you hit me for?" He's like, "It doesn't matter. It's in the past." And then...
Yes, keep quoting Lion King for us, Phil, please.
No problem.
Keep going. That's good.
But then Simba goes, "Why'd you do that for?" Right? And so he goes, "It doesn't matter. It's in the past." And he goes, "Oh, but it hurts." And Rafiki goes, "Oh, yes, the past can hurt." Like, it's all okay. They just smack you in the head.
Rafiki voice. Oh, yeah, the past can hurt. Yeah.
Sound like a mix between like a Rastafarian and like a German.
I'm pretty sure... No idea, honestly. I'm bad at accents, guys. I'm sorry. That's why I'm sitting here and not a voice actor.
Gosh.
All right. Either of you, I gave you some time to stall.
Phil,
I can keep going and
Phil
quoting Rafiki.
brought up some good points.
Yes, actually, keep going. Let's hear some more Rafiki quotes.
We'll do that Halloween. We'll all dress up as characters and do voices the whole time.
Okay. So.
Oh, gosh. Timestamp that, because we're going to be held to that.
Oh, I know. It's going to be ugly.
So it's tough because I think it's almost equal how much I like both of these soundtracks. Like, they both have multiple...
I love that we mentioned music at the beginning of the show, and now that's the first check. Like, which soundtrack is better?
That's huge. That's huge. The score,
I agree.
The score of a film makes the film.
I agree. And that's why Big Hero 6 didn't move on.
Suck it, Big Hero 6.
Jake, you've never seen it.
You're not making a very good pitch for it either.
I'm not going to lie. It's the whole reason that I'm going to change how I do fist bumps with people. I'm just going to go boop, 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 boop. That's what they do in Big Hero 6.
Furry
Or at least that's
baby.
what the Big Hero does. Yep.
All right. Oh, shit. I got to go with Lion King here. I mean, shoot.
All right.
Do I get one now, too?
No.
Yeah, you can vote.
You don't get any chance to speak, Jake, because you're immediately going to swear.
Jake, let us know in a censored version, Lion King or Frozen.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to do Lion King just for the longevity of it.
Okay.
Although...
That's getting cut out, and we'll put it as a Patreon tier. Find out what Jake thought. We're just gonna cut out. We're just gonna cut out your irrelevant opinions for all.
Frozen did get me laid 3 different times.
Honestly, maybe me too. Like I was on that for a while.
Same.
All right. Fast forward past that. We're moving down now. We have Aladdin versus Hercules.
Phil,
Stop.
Hercules.
this is
All right.
this is
So
good.
I'll lead off. I love this. I got Aladdin here. To me, it's hard to beat Robin Williams as the genie. I don't know how I didn't say him as my favorite sidekick, actually. That's bad, Phil. I mentioned it like 4 times, and then I didn't say it as my favorite sidekick. What was I thinking?
or even
Was the carpet a sidekick?
Even you as a satyr, in Hercules.
But man, dude,
Oh gosh.
what Robin Williams brought to Aladdin, that was just fantastic. And Will Smith did a good job in the live action, but you can't replicate that energy. And he put some jazz into his.
Okay.
But when you bring the heat the way Robin Williams did, I'm sorry, you lost.
So, it's almost to the point where in Aladdin, even though his name is the title of the film, that's the only reason he's considered the main character. As soon as Genie is introduced, Genie is the main character. Like this,
I feel like it should be called Genie, but Aladdin is the love interest. So they're like, well, gotta put him
have you
down.
seen the live action version where he gets
So-
with
So,
Yep.
What about
I don't know
the-
that actress's name, but I
Neither do I.
affectionate
From, New Girl.
affectionate her.
And Saturday Night Live.
Aladdin did have its own TV show for a while that was pretty good. It had its thinking as a property, but it had some bad movies afterwards. The Return of Jafar
That was not good.
great.
But the 40 Thieves, I watched that one a lot because it got Robin Williams back as the genie.
Was that the one where his dad showed up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they had to get the hand of Midas, and then it turned everything to gold. And then a giant sea turtle came out at the end.
I think that would
Which-
be worth a rewatch. Actually,
Goes back
I
to my
agree.
the Hand of Midas goes back to my original love of Greek mythology, which leads me for my vote of Hercules.
If you guys
So-
knock Aladdin out
Wait.
in the first round, I'm going to be so
you
pissed.
said. Speaking of Aladdin, I'm voting for Hercules. So that's what you just.
No, the Hand of
that's
Midas.
what you
Hand of
just
Midas is a
said,
mythology.
Jake.
Midas'
thing.
golden touch was a Greek myth. King Midas had the ability to turn anyone he touched into gold. It was a story about greed.
So what
and
do you
then
guys think about
suffering at the hand of his own greed?
the pronunciation Aladdin?
That's awful. Anyways, Noah, it's up to you. We got 1-1. Aladdin versus Hercules.
So you think that pronunciation is awful?
I think it would make a great dictator movie.
Aladdin. Because that's
so
that's
where you
how
going
a
with?
lot of people say it.
No,
Is that
no,
how a
just
lot of
make
people
pick.
say it in Texas?
No, that is definitely not how they say it down here. But no, that's how they say it in India, probably most of Asia.
Oh, you mean where the story takes place?
Yeah, just that. Okay, so actually, let me sort out my brain thoughts. Ugh.
Come on, dude.
Those-
The music from Aladdin alone kills Hercules.
But Hercules had muscles.
Yeah, and Aladdin got muscles for one sing when the genie's like, "Zzz, give him muscles," and when they're singing Prince Ali.
So
Okay, so I love
there was muscles.
as much as I love Greek mythology, I have to go with Aladdin.
you don't like Greek mythology. You don't pretend you do.
Jake, you don't know shucks about me and my Greek mythology. Wait, do we really? Okay, so I didn't know you liked Greek mythology as much as you did either, by the way.
All right,
So
moving on.
do you want me to give you crap about it? Do you want to have a Greek mythology off? But anyways, my vote is Aladdin.
All right, so now we got Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas. Now, I will say this: I've never seen Pocahontas, but
It's a slow movie.
the music from is it like Avatar? Because I've heard that's what it is, and that movie's awful. I haven't even watched the whole thing, and I can tell you it's awful.
You don't like tree sex from giant blue people?
Actually, no. Like I made a list of things I don't like, and somehow that landed on there. I have no idea.
I've never searched that one before. No.
Nah.
It's its own subsection.
So now we have The Little Mermaid, though, which I think has one of the best soundtracks you can have. There's Part of Your World, Under the Sea, and Kiss the Girl. That is 3 very emotionally charged hit songs, man. And Kiss the Girl, that's how you get kissed in high school. If you're listening to this, you play that in the background, and you're all set.
I didn't get kissed in high school until senior year.
Did you play Kiss the Girl in the background?
No.
That's
would
why.
not have helped. And Phil definitely did not ever get kissed to that song. Ever. Ever.
I don't
Well,
think
Phil's
you
married,
have-
so I'm sure he could play it and call his wife in right now.
I don't think you have the ability to prove that I was never kissed
Phil,
to kiss the
you know
girl.
what we can do to prove this? You have a wife right now. Call her into the room, play
I just said that.
play the song, and be like, Sarah, you need to kiss me right now to this song. And she'll be like, no.
That will be a Patreon tier exclusive giveaway. You will have Sarah and I kissing to kiss the girl.
Noah, go fuck
So-
yourself.
Or you won't, because it's not going to happen. That song is not romantic at all.
On the other hand,
Are you
Under the
kidding
Sea
me?
is a banger.
Sha la la la, don't be shy. You got the moves prepared. Dropping more accents for
Wow,
you.
Phil, you're selling it. You're selling it. That song is so romantic.
Hey, Phil, on a scale of 1 to white, where do you rank?
Oh my gosh, I go beyond the pale white marker.
Okay.
I
So
anyways,
move on.
we got the Little Mermaid. Noah, what are you
Phil's
picking?
opening point here was how the soundtrack to Little Mermaid was better than Pocahontas, and it's not.
Which is a fact.
It's not.
It is. It is 100%.
not.
You're wrong, Noah.
It's not.
We're picking
Okay.
Little Mermaid. Let's move on.
All right, comment section. Tear these white people apart. Just do it.
Noah, do you want to explain your heritage real quick so you don't get ranked as a white person?
Hey, I'm mostly white, but gosh, you and your Little Mermaids, get out of here.
All right, so next
Having
up we
it
got
beat
Aladdin.
Pocahontas. Go to heck. Go to heck.
All right, Aladdin versus Little Mermaid. I think Little Mermaid wins the soundtrack battle because obviously it has a better soundtrack than both Pocahontas and Aladdin. But the movie,
I'm pretty
Aladdin,
sure Phil's
all the way.
tone deaf. Like.
So, do you really rank Little Mermaid's music that far low? Like,
It's okay.
They had steel drums.
Wow.
You can't go wrong with steel drums.
Wow. The Jamaican accent, you're like, wow, this is amazing. I love
my
Jamaican
gosh.
It has
accents.
nothing to do with it.
I feel like it has everything to do with it.
And then marimba?
Jake, Noah, we sang Under the Sea at karaoke one time. That went very poorly. Anyways,
That
Phil,
doesn't shock me, but okay.
you sang Under the Sea. You said you would carry us, and you didn't. You embarrassed me.
I carried right down to the poop hole. So,
you
anyways,
carried
I got
me
Aladdin.
pretty low. Thank you.
Noah, are you picking Aladdin or Little Mermaid?
I'm picking Aladdin.
Awesome. Wow, after just jabbing everything I said, you side with me. Jake?
That's because you picked Little Mermaid over Pocahontas.
I'm actually gonna have to say Aladdin. It has a
Have
better
you never
plot than
heard?
Little Mermaid?
Have you never heard Colors of the Wind?
I've heard all the colors of the wind, and that's one song compared to 3.
See, but those aren't 3 songs. It's like.
Did you ever read the original story of Pocahontas? It's actually fairly sad.
Have you read the original version of The Little Mermaid? Oh, wait.
Yes, I have.
Little
It's
Mermaids
actually a little
don't
rough.
exist. Pocahontas
Have
was
you
a real
read-
person.
No, the version of the Little Mermaid is rough. There's
Pocahontas
if I
was a
remember
real
correctly,
person.
She
Little
gets
no, I'm
the R word?
talking about Pocahontas as a real person. Little Mermaid is fictional. Fictional. And she's
All right, anyways.
and to be honest, she's regularly sized. Anyone else like notice that, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
She wasn't smaller than any other mermaid in the whole film.
I have no clue what you're referring to.
She's an average-sized mermaid.
That's all I'm saying. It was
All right, let's move
kind
on.
of a joke.
Anyways,
But Jake didn't get it.
we have Mulan versus Zootopia.
Oh, this is easy.
Going Mulan.
Mulan.
So
Like
I'll make a man out of you.
Okay,
Jake,
so
Jake,
anyways.
leave the voiceovers to me.
yeah, so Jake, have you seen Zootopia?
Yeah.
Okay. First off, I'm surprised. As uncultured as you are coming off right now. Zootopia.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Zootopia was
I'm
a
not-
really good movie, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Mulan as well. Just want to do a shout out to Zootopia. Like, it was a very good movie.
I love, obviously, the sloth scene in the BMV.
Very
I think they did
comedic.
a great job. And then they nailed the when the bunny goes in and says, "Oh, you can't call me cute. That's a word bunnies can say to bunnies."
Yes. Zootopia was
anyways.
hilarious and had great modern humor to it.
So now we got Beauty and the Beast versus Wreck-It Ralph. Now I think Beauty and the Beast, another one with fantastic music.
This is a weird battle.
Yeah.
This is a very weird battle.
You have a princess that marries like a kind of awkward beastie kind of guy, you know?
And then you have a princess.
An anti-hero, as some would say.
And then you have a princess who just hangs out with an anti-hero.
Yeah. So my favorite scene in Wreck-It Ralph, I just got to bring it up because I'm about to pick Beauty and the Beast. Spoiler alert. But when they're all sitting there and they're having the bad guys like AA meeting, pretty much. I can't think of it. Bad guys group. And he goes, just because you bad guy doesn't mean you bad guy. And I think that's a great thing for Sarah to tell all the kids when she is, teaching. She goes, just because you're, in trouble now or bad doesn't mean you're a bad kid. Great lesson, and it's hilarious.
I also have to go
Noah?
with Beauty and the Beast. I loved the animated version. I loved the live action version. The music in both of them were good. I mean, in the live action version, there were definitely songs that weren't as good as they should have been, but most of them were pretty good.
I agree. I think Beauty and the Beast and Jungle Book were two that were really done in the live action side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just called Belle. The opening song where they're in the town, right? That one was well. That
yes.
one went well, and then I think it's called Something There. When
when they start to fall in love.
Yeah, that one. That one was also very well done. And then Evermore, of course. Honestly, the Beast's voice was just amazing in the live action version. So any song that man sung, it was gonna be good. Jake, thoughts?
Agree. I'm a little torn. I know my vote really doesn't matter at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to make a good vote still.
To me, Beauty and the Beast was boring. It truly was. I did enjoy the modern day culture / my influence on the influence that I have on that's influenced me on video game culture with Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed the internet culture and video game culture behind Wreck-It Ralph. I like that. But on the other hand, Beauty and the Beast, it's once again, I'm going to stay with the older movies. It stood the test of time, and then one of my favorite personalities from one of my favorite YouTube channels, Rooster Teeth, did a phenomenal Gaston proposal at Disney World for Beauty and the Beast. I'll pimp that out later, but yeah.
All right, so now we'll have Mulan versus Beauty and the Beast. I think this is a really tough one. I feel like I like Beauty and the Beast, but I gotta go Mulan. I tried to rewatch Mulan, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't getting me. And the live action version of Beauty and the Beast, I think I'd put that over Mulan. So
wait, so you're going with
no, yeah.
You're going with
So if I'm ranking the movies, because live action Mulan isn't out yet, so I would put Beauty and the Beast live action, then Mulan, then Beauty and the Beast animated. If we're viewing it like that.
Wait, so what are you voting for?
I guess if this is just animated movies, I'm going Mulan then.
Okay, because I was very confused.
I talked myself in a bad circle. It's Mulan. In an animated sense, Mulan beats Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, you're like,
yeah.
I'm voting for Mulan, but Beauty and the Beast is better. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, so I feel like if I had watched the live action version of Mulan, I'd be voting.
It's not out yet.
I'd be voting for Beauty and the Beast. But that's not the case yet. So Mulan has my vote.
There you go. Jake?
Mulan. Music from it's great. It's a good story, and it's my girlfriend's favorite Disney movie.
Always great to side with the girlfriend. All right, so now we got Aladdin versus Mulan.
Whew.
And here, I think it's Aladdin. I think Mulan and Aladdin do...
I think you're wrong.
All right, just hold up. Just let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
I think they match up well.
Okay.
But the issue is, I think Aladdin's funnier. And I think in terms of plot and music, I would put them probably pretty equal. But if Aladdin made me laugh more. Jake, Noah, any thoughts or opinions?
Mulan was, in my opinion, a lot better. I liked the music better. I enjoyed the story better. The fact that, the guy with the black eye from Mulan. 100%
the big raspy voice.
relate to that guy, short of I'm not a smoker, but Yeah, that movie was great.
So we'll just do this on view count. I've watched Mulan probably at least 50 times. Aladdin, not even 10.
Are you kidding me?
I do like Aladdin. Genie's amazing in it. I love Robin Williams. But I can watch Mulan right now, and I'd love it. I can watch Aladdin right now. I'd love it. But if, like, say I lost all access to streaming services, I had no internet, and I had 2 VHS tapes, okay, I'd watch them both, you know, but I'd watch Mulan.
But which would you watch?
I'd watch Mulan first.
Oh, yeah, because you know Aladdin's the better movie, so you save it for last. I was going to say that regardless. So
I know all my friends fall asleep after like an hour, so we're going to knock out Mulan, and I'm going to make sure they stay awake for it, and then if they fall asleep during Aladdin, whatever.
All right, so moving on. So this will be our finals for this side of the bracket. Like I said before, we'll do a second show, and we'll cover another set of movies, and we'll pick our overall winner. But for right now, we have The Lion King versus Mulan. And Lion King, hands down.
God, why are you doing this?
This one was easy for me. Looking at all the movies, I know obviously we do our picks and get here, but in terms of a list for me, I think The Lion King beat a Goofy movie, which is another one of my favorites, and then Aladdin would probably be the only one I could compete with it. But
and Mulan beat that one.
Other than that,
whoa, what?
Well, in your opinion, so if I was making a list, was my point. But Lion King comes out on top, man. I think that's the movie I've definitely watched by far the most. If we're going by view counts. Jake, how you feeling?
Lion King and Mulan.
Those are your options.
Yes. I'm torn. Lion King has stood the test of time.
Standard ud.
Yeah, sure. But I think I'm gonna go with Mulan. I enjoyed the soundtrack a lot more. Mushu is the man.
Mushu is the
man.
That
Eddie Murphy character.
Mm-hmm.
The cricket was actually really funny.
The cricket's underrated. I had totally forgot about him until I recently rewatched like a month ago, or like whenever this quarantine situation had started. I'd rewatched, and that cricket is hilarious. It's a lucky cricket, right?
And honestly, the best song out of any of the Disney songs, I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
You can play that on a workout playlist.
Yes.
That is how you rank your songs. Does it get onto my workout playlist?
Honestly?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We rank songs differently. Noah, you're the tiebreaker.
So, yes, this is really tough. Both of these films had, like Lion King 1.5. That's what I view as like after Lion King, as kind of like this sequel. You know, you just kind of view it from a different point of view. That movie is phenomenal. The sequels to Mulan were okay. They still had Mushu, but not really memorable.
Was it Eddie Murphy still? Just curious.
I think so. Yeah, I think they did those sequels
I'll fact check it.
pretty soon afterwards. It's tough though, because the sequels to Lion King and most Disney films just weren't that great.
Okay, I don't think it was actually Eddie Murphy, but that was a really lazy Google search.
What was it like?
So.
Was it like Kevin Hart? It's the same thing, you know.
I was gonna say it's hard to replace Eddie Murphy though.
Yeah.
Like you can't the same thing goes with Donkey and Shrek. You can't swap out that.
No, oh my gosh, dude. It would be it would not be close if Shrek was on here.
Okay.
I mean, it would compete with some of the best, but I love Shrek.
All right, so soundtrack.
This is my swamp.
Soundtrack, I have to give it to Mulan.
Nice boulder.
Oh, that's tough still. Soundtrack, it's
Shrek
almost
is
like
love,
even.
Shrek is life.
Okay, no. Soundtrack, I have to give it to Mulan.
Okay, that's fair. I could see that.
Plot.
Ooh, can you beat Hakuna Matata? How have we not mentioned that in a Disney podcast about
I don't
Lion
know.
King?
They got
tough.
Danny Osmond to sing "I'll Make a Man Out of You."
Gosh, this is difficult. Okay. Just with how I'm feeling, how I've been feeling for the past like year, 2 years or so, it's got to be.
That's a very long time.
It's got to be Mulan. You know, I'm feeling more Mulan than I am Lion King.
Oh man.
Holy moly, did this feel wrong for once?
This hurts me. You guys have no idea. Like Mulan, I don't know if it'd make like my top 8 to 10 if I made a list straight off the top of my head. Let alone get into
For
the
Disney
final.
movies, it's up there for me. Like Lilo and Stitch is my
You
favorite.
know what? We will post a top 5 Disney movie for each of us, and if you tune in, we'll
Okay.
leave a description, and you can see what our top 5s are, and you can bash on those as well.
Yeah. And you guys are welcome to, rip apart all of our picks here. Tell us movies that we forgot and missed. So we try to keep this bracket a little bit more modern, though. Anything that you guys can think of off the top of your head that we missed before we wrap this bad boy up?
So this one was tough. There was a lot of 51-49 decisions, I feel. So
I agree. This is one I wish we had like a giant following so we could post a bracket and have everyone fill it out and kind of get influence that way.
yes, decide for us.
Exactly. I would love to not make decisions.
Well, in closing, stay tuned for next week when we do our second half of the bracket, and then we'll do a live-action Disney bracket, and in the future, pay attention, we're hitting up Pokemon Gen 3.
Gosh, I've never been there.
Thanks again for listening. Please comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you use, and check us out on Patreon. Like I said, you can learn more about us.
Yeah, and we definitely appreciate it. Thank you.